What would you say? So going on to the next question, what is the relationship between power and wisdom? And how do we close the gap between those who are wise and those who have power?
Well, this is a problem which has been with us for a long time, and it's over some 2,500 years ago. Socrates was advocating for political sages or philosopher kings, and Confucius was set in motion a millennia-long tradition in China, that the idea that those who rule should first cultivate themselves in their own capacities and wisdom. It's an ongoing challenge. What is the relationship now? Well, not always a terribly good one, as we know. In fact, with the rise of mass media, it seems like we've amplified the appeal and power of unwise factors like anger, appeal to base motives, to quick reactions, to a glorification of superficiality and sensuality, etc. So it's a real challenge, and I think one of the questions of our time is how can we learn to use media more wisely and effectively, and how can we learn, though, for any of us who are interested in cultivating wisdom, how can we then, as part of both learning wisdom and applying it, how can we look for the most strategic contributions we can make? And it's very interesting. For any social problem, any social issue, we can bat ideas around and say, well, they should do that, and they should do this. But if you look deeply enough, it always comes back to the question, what can I do? And even below that, what's the most strategic thing I can do? And it's important to recognize that those two questions, what can I do and what are the most strategic things I can do, are actually wisdom questions. And it's important to draw a distinction between knowledge questions and wisdom questions. Knowledge questions, such as, is it raining outside, have a one-time answer. Look outside, it's raining or not, end of question. But wisdom questions are like koans. Each time we ask them, they have the capacity for taking us deeper into the question, deeper into ourselves, and deeper into reality. So the question, what can I do, and what's the most strategic thing I can do? Those are wisdom questions which ideally we live with day by day, perhaps to the rest of our lives. And hopefully they will, to the extent we're willing to stay with them, they'll guide us towards more strategic ways of contributing, both in our small circles and perhaps in society at large.